Hello everyone and welcome to the second part of my video about the most edible fragrances for winter. This time I won't forget to tell you to subscribe, hit the notification bell down below if you want to be notified every time I post a video, maybe leave a like. I know that the YouTube algorithm now cares about the likes that a video receives, and maybe leave a comment that is remotely related to the content of the video, because YouTube also cares about that thing. So let's get started with our second part. The first fragrance I'm going to talk about is one that I already talked about in my Christmas fragrances video, and this is from an Italian brand, an Italian natural brand that I hope that you can put your hands on, and this is all'olio d'argan or argan oil perfume from L'Erbolario Lodi, and this is a Nutella perfume. Forget about Angel Muse. Well, do not forget about Angel Muse. It's a very, very beautiful fragrance, but I wouldn't say that it smells like Nutella, while this one definitely does. It smells like hazelnut and vanilla, so an hazelnut treat, a Kinder Bueno, Nutella, whatever kind of hazelnut chocolatey spread you can think about. This smells like it. This is beautiful. You know when you eat bread and Nutella and you notice that you have a little bit left on your fingers that dried down and you can smell your fingers, and this is the smell that you smell, the smell of Nutella. And so if you like Nutella, if you would like to smell like Nutella, or if you want whatever to smell like Nutella, maybe your bedroom, maybe, I don't know, your bed sheets, just try this fragrance, all'olio d'argan by L'Erbolario Lodi. I said it, try it. So the next one, it's also a hazelnutty kind of fragrance, and it's from a relatively new brand that is Hermetica, and this is Sandalsun by Hermetica. I have this little tiny beautiful sample. Well, even if the name suggests that it's a sandal fragrance, it's actually more of a nutty fragrance. It's an hazelnutty fragrance. It has hedione also that, I don't know, there is in a lot of milky fragrances, and heliotrope, I think vanilla, of course sandalwood. It's a very creamy, milky, nutty fragrance, and it's very edible. It's really reminiscent of Honey and Crocus from Jo Malone, that is actually discontinued. So if you were in love with that fragrance, check out Sandalsun from Hermetica. But you have to keep in mind that Hermetica fragrances are very innovative because they don't use alcohol, and they use this kind of sauce, they call it sauce, that is a oily base, I think, that allows the fragrance to stay on your skin also forever, especially if you have dry skin and your skin doesn't grasp on fragrances. They will last a long time, but they won't project a lot, because alcohol, it's actually what makes fragrance evaporate more and project more. So the fragrance will evaporate from your skin and go to whoever is around you and to their noses, and this one doesn't do this. But if you wear fragrance for yourself, I often wear fragrances just for myself because I enjoy them, you will love Hermetica as a brand. You can also wear this fragrance on your hair without the fear of ruining them. I don't know why I'm talking about this kind of stuff, because my hair, it's obviously already ruined by my hair dyes, and I actually don't mind spraying normal fragrances on my hair, but if it's something that concerns you, Hermetica, it's absolutely safe. Also, if you have very dry skin, it won't dry your skin. And so check out Sandalsun from Hermetica. Another fragrance that I already talked about in my winter blues fragrances, and this is a kind of dupe for Italica from Xerjoff. So a very almond forward fragrance, almond milky lactonic kind of fragrance, and this is Nature's Fiori di Mandorlo, and this has I think almond, probably heliotrope, some vanilla, and some kind of milky notes maybe, I'm not sure. But the thing that really drove me to this fragrance was the sesame seed note. I love the sesame seed note, even if a lot of people are allergic to it. I'm sorry for them, but I love it in fragrances. It's so warm, it's so lactonic, it's so nutty, enveloping. I love it. And this fragrance, it's everything that I just said. It's enveloping, it's sweet, it's embracing, like a warm motherly embrace that will also make your mouth water. So, should I say anything else? I don't think so. Check out Fiori di Mandorlo by Nature's. So, the next fragrance, I wouldn't necessarily say that it's particularly wintry or it's really a baked goods kind of fragrance, but it's very, very strong. So that's why I would recommend it for the winter time, even if it's, in my opinion, appropriate also for summer, springtime, whenever you want to wear it. And this is Manakara from Indult, Paris. And this is a lucum kind of fragrance, in my opinion, like a Turkish delight, a rose Turkish delight. And the notes I remember that are just rose and lychee or lychee. A really Delina-ish kind of vibe, but it doesn't smell like Delina. Well, I wouldn't say at all because they share the same DNA, more or less, but I wouldn't think that someone who wears Manakara is wearing Delina, because this is really, really extremely sweet and gourmand. Is it super thick and vanillic? No, it's still like something that you would drink, or that is gelatinous if you think about a Turkish delight, not necessarily something that it's thick like a cake, but definitely something edible and gourmand. And so if also you like the idea of having a fruity flowery fragrance that is also sweet and lasts a long time without being super thick and without having notes of oud or other animalic notes like patchouli, leather, and all that jazz, you can absolutely check Manakara by Indult. And I also think that it's a safe choice for someone who comes from the designer realm and it's just dipping their toes in the niche world. So check it out, Manakara from Indult. I have, unfortunately, a discontinued one, and also that one that most people wouldn't have been able to find even when it was on the market. And this is from an Italian brand. It's similar to L'Erbolario. It's this kind of self-proclaiming nature kind of natural kind of brand, and it's Bottega Verde the brand, and the perfume, it's Coccoloso, which is a chocolate, but a very strong photorealistic chocolate with a lot of nutty facets to it. And I know, you cannot find it anywhere, and I'm sorry, but I will just put it here as an honorable mention. This is a super warm, thick kind of chocolate. It smells like, I don't know, an hot chocolate, a hot but very thick, heavy kind of chocolate. And yeah, I never wore it. I have to say, I ordered it secondhand because it was like €5 for this, that is also discontinued. People sometimes go crazy and put this kind of fragrances that are very cheap in general to super high cost just because they're discontinued. But yeah, I was lucky enough to find it second hand for €5. I bought it. I never wore it actually because it's a little bit too thick for me, but I don't want to get rid of it because it's so photorealistic and it's really chocolatey without spending all the money that I would spend for, I don't know, a Montal chocolate greedy, or I don't know. You know. Well, you cannot check it out, but yeah, it's Coccoloso, Eau de Toilette by Bottega Verde. Here it is. I don't know why brands discontinued their best fragrances. I really don't know why. I don't know why. So the next fragrance, it's actually a body mist, and it's Fireside Flurries. And this has notes of toasted marshmallow, pink lavender, and cashmere woods. And it's a really powdery marshmallow fragrance. And I wouldn't say that it's the most photorealistic of the fragrances that I proposed to you, that I recommended to you, but it's edible. My mouth waters when I smell it. It smells very like a powdery marshmallow. I don't necessarily smell a lot of smoke like I would in by the fireplace from Maison Margiela, but it's definitely that kind of ooey gooey marshmallowy goodness with a lot of powder on it, and it's not overwhelming, of course, because it's a body mist, and I like to layer it under my other powdery fragrances like Princess from Kilian, or I also like to layer it with By the Fireplace, actually, that it's still there, and it gives it a lot more of a toasted marshmallow kind of vibe and a powdery vibe, and I love it. I absolutely love it. This is really good. All body mists in general are really good for layering, so check out Fireside Flurries. I also think that it will be not discontinued, but I think that it's a wintry, Christmassy kind of fragrance from their line. But yeah, I think that it will come back next year anyway. But if you want to buy it, just hurry up. That's what I wanted to say. Now, the next one is Oajan by Parfums de Marly. This is a strudel, apple pie kind of scent. It is very cinnamony, very ambery, but it's an amber that just sustains the gourmandness that this has. It's targeted towards men, but I think that it's absolutely unisex, and most men would even find it a little bit too sweet, a little bit too gourmand for them, a little bit too gourmand for them to wear it. And so whatever your gender is, Oajan, if you like cinnamon pie, cinnamon apple pie, strudel, whatever, check out Oajan by Parfums de Marly. Last but not least, we have a fragrance from Comptoir Sud Pacifique, and their fragrances are not super performing, but they are not super expensive as well, and they come in different formats. They also have the 30 ml kind of formats, I think, and they have a lot of very photorealistic gourmand fragrances. They have their vanilla ones that are very lactonic. They have the apricot one that smells like apricot pie, but also the banana one that I will never buy because I don't like bananas. And the one that I chose is Vanille Café, and this, in my opinion, it smells like a coffee flavored chocolate. I smell the kind of coffee that I generally taste in chocolate, like pocket coffee or things like that. It doesn't smell like an espresso, but it smells definitely coffee. It has a very coffee forward note, and it's beautiful. So if you're looking for a very photorealistic kind of coffee fragrance that is gourmand, and you smell black opium but it's too white flowers forward, I smell a lot of white flowers in black opium. Every single time they do a flanker, I still smell the white flowers. Even in the last black one, I don't know, the super intense one, I smell the white flowers. If you think that Montal Intense Café, it's too much rose forward, because it is. And if you think like me that VIP from Britney Spears didn't smell like coffee at all, check out Vanille Café. This is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed my video. As always, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, leave a like, hit the notification bell down below if you want to be notified every time I post a video, and leave a comment and maybe tell me what kind of video do you want to see in the future. So, as always, bye!